Hello and welcome to On the Bench, the weekly sports discussion show for Lincolnshire and East Yorkshire right here on Estuary TV. Coming up on tonight's show, we have a roundup of scores and news involving our local sporting teams and individuals. And joining me tonight to give their views and input, I'm delighted to be joined by Gaynor Thompson, captain of the Grimsby Ladies first team, and William Spolls-Hollis, who will talk us through his transfer rumours and gossip along with his Facebook page with over 40,000 likes. Thank you very much for joining me both on the show. Later in the show, I'll visit Brig Netball Club and was put through my paces by Vanessa and the girls, who you may recall appeared on a recent episode of the show. Plus, Tom Reed is here to answer your tweets in a view from the Estuary. I'll also give you further details about the Lashings 11 competition we're running with Cleethorpes Cricket Club. But before any of that, let's just have a roundup of this week's scores and team talk. In the FA Cup final, Hull City more than held their own against Arsenal and exposed their opponents' defensive frailties at set pieces to lead 2-0 after only 8 minutes through James Chester and skipper Curtis Davies. Santi Cazorla scored directly from a free kick to drag Arsenal back into the game, then equalised through Laurent Koscielny with 19 minutes left. In extra time, Arsenal completed the turnaround with Aaron Ramsey striking the winners to sink a spirited Hull team. Manager Steve Bruce said afterwards he felt his team had just run out of juice and gave what they could, but it was not quite enough on the day. At the Superbikes in Northern Ireland, Guy Martin of Kermington, despite the wet conditions, still managed to finish in an impressive 5th position. It was also a memorable debut race for fellow local rider Peter Hickman of Louth, who picked up the trophy for Best Newcomer. In boxing, Kev Super Hooper defeated Michael Mooney in their bout on points at the North Kesteven Centre, North Hycombe. And finally, in cricket, Grimsby Town CC beat Billingborough by 3 wickets in their first victory of the season, who were all out for 152. Appleby Frodingham registered an impressive win at Scunthorpe as they defeated the Yorkshire Academy by 1 wicket. And despite a half-century by 14-year-old Jordan Cook in the Yorkshire League Cup, Cleethorpes lost by 24 runs at Sheffield United in a match that finished 215 for 8 in Sheffield, favour to Cleethorpes 191 for 9. Thanks again to those clubs who've sent us in their results this week. If you'd like your club to feature in the team talk on future shows, then drop us a line by email via onthebench@estuary.tv. So, Gaynor, you've captained Grimsby Ladies hockey team this season and you've had great success. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, we've won Division 6. We played every single game and we were unbeaten every single game. We've done quite well. We've managed to came runners-up last season, and this season we've actually won it, so yeah, we haven't done too bad.
Yeah, and you've won all of your games, is that right?
Yeah, we managed to score 95 goals and we only conceded 10.
Brilliant.
So
That's pretty
quite
impressive.
chuffed with that.
Yeah, definitely. So is there anything that's kind of stood out for you this season in terms of individuals or tactics
Our
maybe?
second team have got a few new younger players coming up. They've done really well. They came 3rd in their division, so probably next year they might be coming top. Yeah. I think we're doing quite well at Grimsby at the moment.
Future stars maybe in there.
Yes,
Brilliant.
I think there will be.
And what can you put your team's success down to this season, do you think?
I think our first team, we've played with each other for so many years. And I think because we've played with each other that long, we know where we are on the pitch, we know where to put the ball.
So it's more experience more than anything.
Yeah, and our second team is more of the younger ones coming up. So.
Yeah. And have you got anything coming up next season to look forward to for the teams?
I think more of our second team, if I'm going to talk about a team. I think because they've done really well, they're very new, get all these younger players in. I think they can do something good.
Okay. And how have the men's team got on this season?
The men's have stayed in their Division 1. That was really good. They're quite a high standard, a lot more than what we are. But they've done really well in the second team and managed to stay in their Division 7. So yeah, so I think Grimsby Hockey Club is on the way up.
Yeah, definitely. And just tell me about where you train and what nights of the week you train and everything.
We train at Winching, but we're hoping to use the Institute facilities as well. Thursday nights, anyone welcome, so we can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and more the merrier, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And what about junior teams? Do you have any clubs that are available for kids?
Well, we've got our own junior section that we train, so anyone 11 to 17 can come practice hockey. 14-year-olds can actually play with the seniors. So I think our junior one is fairly new.
Yeah.
So the more we can get down, the better.
And what ages? So you start from age 11?
Yeah,
upwards.
11 you can start, yeah.
And if somebody wanted to kind of get involved in it tomorrow, do they have to bring their own kit or do you provide anything for them?
Everything's provided. We just probably would say make sure you come in with shin pads.
Yeah.
Priority, I think, shin pads for hockey. Yeah. But the sticks, balls, qualified coaches.
And do you have to have any sort of fitness level? I know if I start trying to play now, then it maybe wouldn't be pretty.
We'll put you in goal.
Yeah.
Don't need to run.
Yeah.
No, any fitness. Just come down, enjoy it, have a bit of fun, bit of social.
Yeah.
Never know, they might go and play for Grimsby for the future.
Yeah, definitely, some future stars.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, so next up on the show, here's Tom Reed answering your tweets in A View from the Estuary.
Hello and welcome to this week's View from the Estuary. What do you think to Louis van Gaal as the new Manchester United manager? Personally, I think it's a great appointment. The majority of football fans saw this one coming for the last month. And of course, Ryan Giggs has been announced as the assistant manager, which again, many of us sort of predicted would happen. It has happened, and I think everyone is pleased with that, including Manchester United fans, more importantly, Manchester United fans. He's obviously won titles with Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and obviously he's now in charge of the Dutch team for the World Cup. So he's got experience of managing big players at big clubs, and he also knows how to win things as well with these clubs. Unlike Moyes, who is a good manager, but Louis van Gaal has actually won titles. He's won silverware. He's been in the race for championships and cups and things like that. So that's the difference, I think, and he can handle the big players. So therefore, I think he's going to attract some bigger signings as well, some bigger players. So I think it's a great appointment, and United will definitely improve on a 7th place finish next year. Can Andy Murray repeat last year's success in this year's Wimbledon? Andy Murray certainly can win it. He's won it last year. He won Wimbledon last year, which was a massive hurdle he overcome. Because before that, he was still yet to win a major final, and obviously Wimbledon at that. So Andy Murray, yeah, he's capable of reaching the final certainly. But he's got Djokovic and Nadal as well to beat. Djokovic just beat Nadal in the Italian Open final. Now they're two fantastic players. So Andy Murray obviously has to beat maybe both of them if he falls on the wrong side of the draw. There is a bit of luck as well when it comes to which side of the draw you're on. But Andy Murray certainly has the quality, as we've seen last year, to reach the final of Wimbledon. And then again, it's overcoming that final hurdle and beating his last opponent, which could be Djokovic or Nadal. They are fantastic players. So yeah, in my eyes, he can repeat last year's success with a bit of luck. He can reach the final and he can potentially win it as well. Can Scunthorpe United improve and remain in League One next season? It'll be tough. Obviously, a newly promoted side always finds it tough to adjust to the new division that they're in and the new teams that they're facing. They may have not faced any of those teams for a while or at all. But there are teams that do rise through the leagues. Fleetwood, for example, they're a great example of a team who just gained promotion in a few seasons rather than going back down and forwards, things like that. So Scunthorpe, yeah, they can improve, and I think that momentum they've taken from last season, that amazing unbeaten run, will give them massive confidence. And the manager, Russ Wilcox, now knows the players even better. He's more settled at the club as a manager. So if they take that momentum and obviously add players to the squad, they'll need that for League One. They'll need to improve some quality in some areas around the pitch. But it's more than possible that they can stay in that league. I think they can have a great season, actually. So yeah, for me, they can improve. There was improving end of last season after Brian Laws left. So they can continue to improve, and I think they will remain in League One next season. And just maybe they can have a great cup run as well, just like they did this season. Thank you once again for your questions this week. If you want to get in touch with the programme, you can do so on Twitter at AskEstuary, or you can email the programme still on the bench at estuary.tv.
Thanks, Tom. Join us in part 2. We'll be talking more with our guests, Gaynor and William. And don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us here in the studio, you can do on Twitter at OnTheBenchTV. Welcome back to On the Bench. We're currently joined by Gaynor Thompson, captain of the Grimsby Ladies First Hockey Club, and William Spores-Hollis, football transfer blogger. With the domestic season drawing to a close and the World Cup 2014 in Brazil on the horizon, attention also focuses on the potential transfer deals and gossip. William, which players do you think are going to be most sought after?
Well, there's players like Luke Shaw, Adam Lallana, and Diego Costa, who will probably attract a lot of interest from various clubs.
And where can you see them going?
Diego Costa looks like he's going to Chelsea. Luke Shaw's sought after by Manchester United and Chelsea, and Adam Lallana could be on his way to Liverpool. Okay,
well here's hoping we can have a bit of a move around in the Premier League. It's been quite unpredictable this season, but that's your game. So how's it gone for you this last season?
Well, it's been a big shock really, because there's been a lot of surprises, such as Liverpool going from 7th to 2nd and nearly winning the league, and Man United going from top of the league to 7th place.
Yeah, and what kind of things did you predict? Was there anything big that you predicted at the beginning of the season?
Well, I thought the title would be between Chelsea, Manchester City and Man United, but it hasn't been the case really.
Yeah, it's been very topsy-turvy this season as well. So on an average then, how many predictions did you get right over the season?
Not many, about 25% of it probably.
Okay, so we can hope for an improvement next season. Hopefully a bit more plain sailing.
Yeah.
And with the World Cup coming up, we've also got the financial fair play coming into play this transfer window. How do you think that's going to affect the teams? Because they've got a lot less money to spend.
Well, they'll probably look to buy cheaper players maybe, and Manchester City will probably spend less money than they have in previous windows, where they've spent quite a lot of money on players.
And do you think there's going to be quite a few bargains that have been looked for, you know, like free transfers maybe?
Yeah, well maybe Bakary Sagna, who's a big player available for free, who's attracting interest from quite a few clubs, including Manchester City.
Yeah, so maybe a few move around.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your thoughts on the Grimsby Town this season as well, your local club?
Well, I think they need to get out of maybe a couple of competitions but early on, because last year the fixture congestion really did get to them a bit, and they couldn't handle as many games as they had.
Seems to be a familiar story, doesn't it? And just talking about Man United before, what do you think of their manager being announced as Van Gaal?
Well, he has a lot of experience at winning trophies and could maybe fire us back into the top of the table area, challenging for the title.
Okay, do you think that's going to happen in one season, or do you think it's going to be a bit of a slow burn?
I think the aim for them first will be to maybe get top 4 back and get Champions League football before going for the title straight away.
Okay, so pace yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And have you got a top 10 or a top 5 players that you think are going to go here, there and everywhere this transfer window?
Well, Luke Shaw, Diego Costa, Lallana, probably Gareth Barry, and maybe...
Anybody else that you think's up there, or is that kind of the top 4?
Bakary Sagna will probably move somewhere. About Manchester City maybe might get him.
Yeah? And what do you think about Suarez at Liverpool? Staying put, or do you think he'll go elsewhere?
Well, I think he'll stay for this season at least anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll soon see. So if somebody wanted to find out about your Facebook page, what do they search?
Transfer news, and we have about 42,000 likes at the minute.
Yeah, and who's going to win Champions League, just very quick?
I think it'll be Bayern, no, Atletico Madrid, I think.
Okay, we'll go with Atletico. Thank you very much for that one. Next up on the programme, let's find out what happened when I recently visited Brig Netball. Okay, we're down here at the Vale Academy. We've come to see the Brigham District Netball team. They were on the show a couple of weeks ago, so we thought we'd get involved in the action, see how they do things. They're doing a few drills now, and we're hopefully going to play a game. So I'm going to see what 10 years without netball does to my life, so wish me luck.
So we're going to try and teach Rachel to do one of our drills. Okay, so Rachel's going to have a go. So we're just going to do the simple one of the 4 corners that we've just been practicing while Rachel has a go with us. Okay, so please don't throw the ball too hard at Rachel. Make sure that you can catch it.
I'm not much of a wuss, promise. I'm not like
the first couple of times to take it easy on us, and then we can do it properly. You getting this one? Back to your line. Up, come towards it. Back over here. Run towards. Get the ball and pass it over to Popper. That's it. Leah's going to pass it back to you. Pass it back. And get this one. Okay. Back to Rosie. Okay, in you go. Back to her. Yes, we've got it.
Who have I got here?
I'm Eloise and I play wing defence.
I'm Catherine, I play goal attack.
I'm Becca and I play centre court and backup shooter.
Okay, and how long have you each been playing netball?
I've been playing just over a year now.
I've been playing since primary school in year 4.
I've been playing for almost 4 years.
So you've got a lot of experience between you. You're the newest, Eloise. How much are you looking forward to the Nationals?
I'm really looking forward to it because I get to experience playing against high-level players.
Perfect. And Catherine, how much training has gone into this as well?
A lot of training's gone into it. We train on Thursdays and Saturdays. I've been asked to train at home, do shooting and just prepare for it.
And Becca, what kind of leagues have you had to go through?
We had to go through the Lincolnshire League where we came first or second, which we successfully came first. We then had to go to regional playoffs where we came second, and now we're through to nationals.
Okay, so a lot of preparation, a lot of time and effort has gone into this. Are we all looking forward to the Nationals?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Great, good luck for that. Thank you. Okay, you may have been noticing that I've worn one of these contraptions. It's to give you a chance view of just how fast this game is, especially at this level. Denson would have never caught up. William, with Roy opting to go for a few youngsters in his England squad, mixed in with a few older heads, how do you think England are going to fare in this World Cup?
Well, I think they might struggle to get even out of the group at the minute because they've been dealt a real tough group, and it's just a matter to see how the younger players will do in there because they've never experienced something like this before. Do
you think it's going to be the making of them, or do you think we'll struggle with the younger players?
Well, it could go either way. I think it depends how they play together. If they don't... Oh.
If they don't gel, maybe? Yeah. So they've got to work together as a team, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So out of the youngsters then, do you think there's going to be any superstars that shine through, like Rooney did a few years ago?
Ross Barkley could maybe do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe a couple of others like Luke Shaw.
Yeah. Oh. What about Sterling?
Sterling, yeah, as well. He's proven it well this season for Liverpool.
Okay. So we've got quite a few, good players there. It's just whether they work together as a team. And what do you reckon if England aren't going to get through the group stages and they're not going to win it like we're hoping? So who do you think is going to win the World Cup this year?
I think it could be the hosts, Brazil, or maybe Spain.
Yeah. So you're not hoping for a Ukraine comeback or anything?
No.
So you're going with Brazil?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens in July. Perfect. Thank you very much for your viewpoints on that one. So you may recall on last week's show we mentioned about the Lashings 11 competition where the winners can win a fabulous prize. Well, listen up if you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Here's just a little more of a taster. Estuary TV are offering you the chance to win 2 corporate tickets to the Lashings 11 event at Cleethorpes at the Cleethorpes Cricket Club on Wednesday the 30th of July. It's your chance to rub shoulders with some real cricket legends. It includes admission to the ground with designated parking, free glass of bubbly on arrival, exclusive access to the corporate area, a 2-course meal and much more. As we approach the end of the series, you can have your chance to enter this amazing competition by watching That Friday Show this Friday at 6 o'clock right here on Estuary TV with Martin and Helen. Next week is the last of the current series up on the bench. Then we'll be taking a look back at the best bits of the series. So I'd just like to thank all the guests we have on the show and on the sofa and all the clubs we've visited. And thanks to you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.